On the 15th of July, 1988, Emma and Dexter graduate from high school. Dexter tries to strike a conversation with her, but he calls her by the wrong name. However, she lets him walk her home. On getting to her house, they kiss and Emma goes to change her dress, trying to process the situation. She comes out and finds out that he is about to leave. She later confesses that she isn't good at one-night stands. He suggests that they remain just friends and they cuddle in bed. 15th of July, 1989. Dexter helps Emma to set up her room in London and teases her that she might find someone nice here. Shortly after, Dexter leaves to catch his flight and tells Emma to keep sending him letters. He also tells her to have fun, stating that she will have taken over London by storm in a year's time. Unfortunately, things don't work out. 15th of July, 1990. Emma is now a waitress at Graveyard of Ambition, and she meets with Ian, the new waiter. She shows him around and explains some basic things to him. Ian tells her that he is a comedian and invites her to his open mic House of Laughs that night, but Emma says that she enjoys going home to weep and eat after work. After work, she calls Dexter and complains about the smell of her room and tells him that London has swallowed her up. She confesses that she thought she would make a difference here, but no one knows her, and Dexter tells her that nothing good comes easy. She asks him about his teaching job in Paris and warns him not to sleep with his student, but there is already an unclad girl in his room. Dexter lies to Emma that he wants to have lunch with his mother, and the call cuts before she could tell him that she misses him. Dexter meets his mother and she asks him who has been sending him letters. Dexter tells her that it is not her business and asserts that Emma is just a friend. They leave to meet his father and she asks him to take her to lunch the next day, as she needs to talk with him. 15th of July, 1991. Dexter visits Emma at her bar and she sees him kiss a girl. Emma gets jealous, but Dexter reassures her that it is only a kiss. Emma tells him that she was offered the managerial position because they want someone who isn't going to leave. But Dexter tells her to leave the job as he believes she is wasting her life. He asks her about her poems, but she says that they failed. Dexter tells her that she is smart, beautiful, and attractive. She just needs to have confidence in herself. Dexter then tells her that she needs a holiday, but Emma doesn't seem sure about the idea. 15th of July, 1992. Emma and Dexter finally take a vacation together, and Emma gives him the rules to follow, which involve separate bedrooms, no cuddling, no flirting. They arrive at the beach and they get into a romantic moment after Dexter offers to apply sunscreen on her back, but Emma leaves to get a dip. They later find out that the beach is a free beach as they see some men barbecuing naked. Dexter thinks that they should also go naked as they will feel more comfortable, but Emma refuses. She insists that they follow the rules, because Dexter has a girlfriend, Ingrid, but he tells her that Ingrid is very uninhibited. Later, at night, they go out and Emma confesses that she has a crush on him, but Dexter tells her that he already knew about it. Emma says that he cured her of him after getting to know him, and Dexter suggests that they go for a walk. Shortly after, Dexter jumps into the water naked and asks her to be spontaneous, trying to get her to skinny dip, even though Emma wants to follow her rules strictly. Emma later jumps into the beach and they have fun. Dexter reveals that he felt the same way after their near miss and confesses his feelings to her, but he quickly messes it up just as they are about to have a moment. He tells her that they can have fun, go on holiday, and have a friend with benefits relationship, but Emma rejects him, pushing his head down into the beach. While they talk, Dexter notices two children taking his clothes and he runs after them. He picks a nylon bag from the bin to cover himself and runs, making everyone laugh at him. Emma wears her dress and joins him, and Emma teases him, saying that she will track the thieves and recover his underwear. Dexter and Emma realize that they have broken almost all the rules, but they don't mind. 15th of July, 1993. Dexter is now a presenter for Quality TV. Not long after, Dexter is drunk from the party and calls Emma to tell him that she is the best friend he has ever had. Emma makes him promise that he will go home soon, but a lady interrupts, telling him that he is amazing and famous, and he continues to party. 15th of July, 1994. Dexter is now a habitual drunkard, and he visits his dying mother, who has cancer. He gives her a present from Emma, which turns out to be a book, and Dexter's mother jokes about Emma writing short novels. Dexter shows his mother some of his shows, but she switches off the TV, claiming to watch them later. She chastises him about the dancing girls in cages during his shows and tells him that she wants him to do something good. She later apologizes to him and says that her medications make her ratty. He tells her about a party and carries her into her room. Dexter wakes up late in the evening and says that he will leave the next day, but his mother insists on him going. She tells him that she knows that he will be a decent and accomplished man, but he isn't there yet, and she is worried about him, as he is not the nice man she used to know. While leaving, his father tells him not to come to see his mother in his drunkard state again, unless he will close the door in his face. He seizes his car keys and tells him to leave. He leaves a message for Emma and tells her that he needs to talk to her. Emma and Ian go on a celebratory dinner, while Dexter waits to receive a message from Emma and continues to drink. Emma tells Ian that she actually wanted to celebrate her graduation with someone, and Ian asks her if Dexter was busy. Elsewhere, Dexter continues to leave a message for Emma and tells her to get a cab and he will pay as he desperately needs to see her. While leaving the restaurant, Ian suggests that they go to his place and Emma agrees. 15th of July, 1995. Emma and Ian are now dating and enjoy going to work together. Steve visits Dexter at his TV station and meets his girlfriend, Suki, but doesn't like her. Suki asks about his wife and he reveals that she is dead. Steve tells Dexter that he will be watching him from home and tells him to ignore what the papers say about him. Dexter checks the newspaper and sees that he is named the most annoying man on telly and he calls Emma to talk about it. He offers to send a car to pick her up, but Emma rejects it and tells him that she will be fine. However, Dexter insists that he is better around her. Later at night, Emma watches Dexter's interview, but she clearly sees that he is struggling to connect with his audience. 15th of July, 1996. Emma and Ian decide to move in together, and Emma has a date with Dexter later that night. She notices Ian is jealous and she tells that she won't meet Dexter if he doesn't want her to go, but he insists that she goes. Soon after, Emma meets with Dexter at a club and he compliments her dress and shoe. Dexter tells Emma to get a mobile phone, but she says that it can damage the brain. Emma later asks him to buy dinner when she finally gets a mobile phone. They both talk about their relationships and Emma asks him to come to see her new house. Dexter leaves and talks to another girl, while Emma watches on in anger, and Emma says that the girl should join them, but Dexter insists that he came to see her. Dexter asks her about her teaching job and humiliates her in the process, making her leave in anger as he is already drunk. Emma shouts at him that she hasn't seen him sober in the past 3 years, but Dexter claims he is going through a lot after his mother's death. Emma apologizes, but informs him that she has a lot to tell him, like how she is stuck in a flat with a man she isn't in love with. She says that he has outgrown her, and asks for the point of their friendship if she can't talk to him. Dexter apologizes and Emma hugs him, tells him that she loves him but she doesn't like him anymore, and leaves, making Dexter sad. The 15th of July, 1998. Dexter is sacked and his manager tells him that all he has to do is find someone that loves him for real. The 15th of July, 1999. Dexter asks Sylvie out and visits her parents. He plays a game with Sylvie, but he accidentally breaks the table and Sylvie's nose in the process. Elsewhere, Ian finds out that Emma is still in love with Dexter from her diary, and they have a big fight. Ian thinks that it's a good thing that they didn't get married, apologizes for going through her stuff, and they break up amicably. On the 15th of July, 2000, Emma and Dexter attend a mutual friend's wedding and Dexter tells Sylvie that he attended the same university as Emma. She teases him and asks if he has slept with Emma and the bride, as they attend the wedding of those he has slept with every weekend. Callum, Dexter's university friend, offers him a job at Hummus Wraps, but Dexter refuses the offer as he thinks Callum can't offer him a job. Callum tells Sylvie his job offer to Dexter, but Dexter leaves to meet Emma. They both go outside and Emma makes fun of him as he has slept with the bride, Tilly. He tells her that he has screwed up his career just like he screwed up things with his mother and her, and they both talk about their relationships. Emma asks if he loves Sylvie and he says that he worships her. Dexter lures her outside and Emma tells him that she is close to writing a book. Dexter also shows her his invitation card and Emma hugs him while congratulating him. He also tells her that he will soon be a father and Emma tells him that he will be a wonderful father. Emma tells him that she misses him and she does not want them to be distant anymore. They kiss and Dexter suggests that they leave before things get steamy. The 15th of July, 2001. Dexter is now a father. He finally accepts Callum's job offer, and Emma also writes her book. Sylvia goes out and leaves their kid with Dexter. Dexter plays with his daughter, Jasmine, and reads Emma's book to her. Sylvia calls even though he mistakes her for Emma and tells her that the kid is sleeping. Dexter tells her to bear with him as he is trying to be better for her and the kid, even though Sylvia is cheating on him with Callum. The 15th of July, 2003. Emma is now a popular writer and Dexter divorces Sylvie after finding out about her relationship with Callum. Dexter travels to Paris to meet Emma and Emma tells him that she has a man, before Dexter confesses his feelings to her. Emma tells him about her new man while they walk, but Dexter tries to tease her about him. However, she tells him that she does not need his permission before having sex. But Dexter tells her that they just slept together in London. Emma tells him that she only slept with him to cheer him up, as he needed a shoulder to cry on after his divorce from Sylvie. However, she confesses that it was one of the best nights of her life as they slept together 3 times. Dexter asks her if she has ever considered the two of them being together and Emma tells him that she did, but in the 80s. She tells him to get ready as Jean-Pierre wants to meet him. Emma goes to get dressed, while Dexter vents his anger as he is jealous of Emma's new relationship. Emma comes out with a lovely dress, but Dexter teases her and they leave. Although Dexter sees Jean, he tells Emma that he can't meet him and he will be leaving with the first train the next day. Emma gives him the house keys and she leaves to meet Jean-Pierre while Dexter watches on in regret. While Dexter is on his way back to the apartment, Emma catches up to him, stating that she cannot get rid of him as she still loves him, and they kiss. She tells him that she will murder him if he leads her on or go behind her back, but Dexter swears that he wouldn't. The 15th of July 2004, Dexter practices his speech for their wedding and Emma asks to see his notes. The 15th of July 2005, Emma and Dexter are now married and Sylvie interrupts them while they make out. Dexter now shares custody of their kid, Jasmine, and Sylvie comes to drop her off with him. Soon after, Emma tells Dexter that she wants a child with him and they start trying to make babies. The 15th of July 2006, Emma tells Dexter that she isn't pregnant yet, but Dexter thinks that they can try again. He tells her that they should meet after work to sort things out, and Emma agrees. After work, Emma goes swimming and calls Dexter, telling him that she is on her way. Unfortunately, while she rides home on her bicycle, she is knocked down by a truck and she dies instantly. Unknown to Dexter, he listens to her voice message while he waits for her. Dexter finds out about Emma's death and he cries. The 15th of July 2007, Dexter returns to his drunkard lifestyle and flirts with different ladies. He gets into a fight with a man for flirting with his woman, but he gets beaten up. The next morning, Sylvie, together with Jasmine, finds Dexter wounded and take him to his father. Steve tells him that the 15th of July is going to turn into an annual festival and tells him to live his life as if Emma is still there. But Dexter believes he cannot handle it. However, Steve tells him that he can, because he has also been doing that for the past 10 years. The 15th of July 2009, Dexter now owns a fruit store and Ian comes to visit him. Ian tells him that he gave up his stand-up comedy and he works for an insurance company now. Ian reveals that he hates the 15th of July and he never liked Dexter as Emma always lit up around him. Ian states that Emma made Dexter decent, while he made her happy, and he will always be grateful to Dexter for that. It turns out Ian is now married and he wishes Dexter the best in life. Afterward, Dexter remembers the morning after their graduation. Emma visits him and asks what they could do, but Dexter tells her that he needs to meet with his parents. He later agrees to go on a walk with her. While they climb up the hill, Emma says that she doesn't want his phone number, postcard, get married to him, or have his babies. She adds that they will be friends if they bump into each other in the future, but Dexter tells him that his flat will be empty as his parents would not arrive soon, and they can finish what they started. Emma gets excited and they race down the hill to Dexter's house. The 15th of July 2011, Dexter takes Jasmine to the hill and Dexter blames his shoes again for being slow. He tells her that he has been to the hill with Emma a long time ago. She asks if he misses her and he says yes. He also tells Jasmine that she is his best friend now, and Jasmine says Sylvie is her best friend. He feels bad and asks her if he is that terrible, but she tells that she isn't answering that. She plays music and tells him that he knows what he is. Dexter continues his flashback. His parents return early and Emma suggests that she leaves. While she walks away, Dexter runs after her asking for her number and apologizes for his parents returning early. Emma gives him his phone number, kisses him, and bids him bye.